This conference will now be recorded.
Hello everyone, I am Krishna Pathak, working as a full stack Java trainer in QuickXpert Infotech IT Training Institute. I give training in full stack Java development course with front-end, back-end and database. In front-end, I give training in HTML, CSS, CSS3, JavaScript, jQuery and Bootstrap framework with project. In backend, I give training in core Java, advanced Java with project, Hibernate framework, Spring Core, Spring MVC, and Spring Boot framework with projects. And in database, I give training in MySQL database and Oracle database. So now we will see the syllabus of frontend. Full stack Java development course. In front-end part, we have HTML hypertext markup language, which is used to create a static web page. The concepts we will be covering in HTML are table tags, list tag, form tag, heading tags, paragraph tag, formatting tags, anchor tag, marquee tag, image tag, then validations using forms. Then next, after HTML, we will learn CSS, which is a cascading style sheet which is used to make your web page look and feel attractive, enhance it. So we will learn the concept of inline CSS, internal CSS, external CSS, concept of class and ID, then advanced CSS3 concepts like box model, position, transforms, transitions, animations, selectors, effects, text shadow, overflow. So all these concepts will be covered. Then media query. Then after completing CSS3 part, we will start with JavaScript, which is used to add the user interactivity part, add validations, event handling, functions. So all these main concepts are covered in JavaScript, like control statements, variables, operators, data types, logic building programs like factorial, sum of series, Armstrong number, palindrome number, prime number, arrays, one dimensional array, two dimensional arrays, event handling, regular expression, then document object model, browser object model. All these concepts will be covered in JavaScript. After JavaScript, we will learn jQuery. jQuery is used to add animations with various concepts, with effects, with events like on-click event. There are many methods by which we can apply the animation parts using jQuery that we will learn in jQuery. Then after jQuery, we will learn Bootstrap framework, which is a CSS framework. So HTML examples like this is a HTML table tag output. This is also a HTML table tag output. This is Bootstrap buttons. This is Bootstrap progress bar. This is Bootstrap table tag. This is HTML form tag output. Sorry, JavaScript. If I directly sign up, so this page says not a valid name. This is done by using JavaScript. This is our front end project, which we will be learning how to create a front end project with HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, and Bootstrap. This is a job portal project. We have home section, about us section, portfolio section, services, contact us. This is our project which we will be learning in front end part. This is jQuery. Using jQuery, we have added this. This is the HTML marquee tag and ordered list, unordered list. This is CSS. We have applied the formatting using CSS cascading style sheets. Then after front end with project, we will start with the backend part. In backend Java, we will start with core Java and the concepts like installation of JDK software, JVM architecture, installation of Eclipse IDE, history of Java, features of Java, operators, data types, command line arguments, arrays, one-dimensional array, two-dimensional array, object-oriented programming concepts like class and objects, constructors, garbage collection, this keyword, static keyword, then inheritance, types of inheritance, single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, hybrid inheritance, types of relationships, is a, has a, uses a, aggregation, then access modifiers, public, private, protected, and default, packages, how to create a user-defined packages, string class, string buffer class, string builder class, datetime API, wrapper class, polymorphism, compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism, final keyword, then encapsulation, which is achieved by setter method or parameterized constructor, abstraction by using abstract class, interface, types of interface, instance of operator, nested class, anonymous class, exception handling, file handling, collection framework, Java 8, Java 9 features, multi-threading, then JDBC with MySQL, Java database connectivity, which is the most important part. So this type of programs for JDBC we will be covering. Import the SQL package, then driver name, establish the connection, then we can execute the queries here in Eclipse IDE. As you can see, the query of insert, update, delete, and select, the basic CRUD operations. Patterns, like we will be doing the patterns program like this. Second program in patterns like this. Then type 3, we have in each type we have six programs. We have total 7 types. So all the types will be covered, like star, Then we have inheritance, single level inheritance program, hybrid inheritance. Then in polymorphism, we have compile time polymorphism, which is achieved by method overloading, runtime polymorphism, which is achieved by method overriding. So all these concepts will be covered in core Java with JDBC. Then we will start with advanced Java. In advanced Java, we will begin with what do you mean by web application projects, environment configuration, setting up Eclipse with Apache Tomcat, creating HTML forms, CSS integration, JavaScript form validations, J2EE architecture overview, servlets and JSP lifecycle, request dispatcher interface, send redirect methods, cookies, sessions, how to manage session management, get and post methods, difference between servlet and JSP directives, then servlet integration with JDBC, JSP integration with JDBC, Ajax, JSON, and then one major project in advanced Java, which is a web application covering front end, back end, and database. Front end as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and in backend we have servlet as a Java. This is our project. It is a phone book web application project. First, a user has to register. After successful registration, the user has to log in with his email ID and password like this. Then log in. So this is welcome to phone book web application. In the login button, now it is the user's name. Now he can add the phone number like Suresh Pathak, Suresh at the rate gmail.com. Phone number, for example, about us. So IT trainer. Then save contact. So see, your contact is saved and we can see the details by view contact. If I want to do the update, click on the edit button. For example, if I have given wrong number, so I have changed it, update email address, I want to update with Suresh Pathak and click on update contact button. So now the contact details are updated, and same effect we can see in the database. Select star from user. We have two tables, user table and contact table. If I want to delete the contact, we click on the delete button, the contact will be deleted. Contact deleted successfully. Now if I want to log out, click on the log out button. Do you want to log out? Yes, log out. So now I am in the index page, home page of my project. This is a MVC, Model View Controller Advanced Java project, where model is a database MySQL, view is a JSP, HTML, JSP and HTML, but majorly in advanced Java we have used JSP, and in C controller we have a servlet as a backend. Then next we will be learning Hibernate framework. In Hibernate, we will be learning the Maven project. What is Maven? Build tool. How to create a Maven project. configuring database, understanding ORM, object relational mapping framework, Hibernate properties using JPA, creating tables, indexes, columns, primary keys, foreign key using Hibernate, HQL Hibernate query language, then relationships, one to one, one to many, many to one, many to many, then Hibernate caching, first level cache, second level cache. This is the syllabus of Hibernate framework. Then after completing Hibernate framework, we will start with Spring framework. In Spring framework, we will start with Spring core module, setting Maven dependencies in Eclipse, configuring Spring properties, IOC inversion of control, container and dependency injection like setter injection, constructor injection, Spring components like singleton, prototype, and lazy objects. Then building Spring standalone project, auto wiring using auto wired annotation, by name, by type, using qualifier annotation, Spring with collection framework integration, list, set, map properties, AOP, then Spring with JDBC integration, Spring with Hibernate integration, Spring Data JPA. Then after completing Spring Core framework, we will have a small introduction of Spring MVC, Spring Model View Controller to create a large web application as we have seen of phone book web application of Java. Then after Spring framework, we will start with Spring Boot framework. We will see how to install the Spring Tool Suite software, Postman, how to install the Postman software for REST API testing, creating how to create a Spring Boot project, how to set the Maven dependencies for Spring Boot with JDBC, Spring Boot with Hibernate, how to create DAO, service, repository, layers, annotations such as REST controller for REST API, request mapping for class, get mapping, post mapping, for select and insert, model interface, repository annotation, service annotation, response entity for status handling in REST API, response body annotation, request body annotation, and performing CRUD operations in Spring Boot with JDBC, Spring Boot with Spring Data JPA, Spring Boot MVC, Spring Boot REST API, and the REST API testing will be done in the Postman software. So Postman software is this. So APIs are testing, get mapping, put mapping, post mapping, delete mapping, all the testing will be done here. Then in Spring Boot MVC, we will be learning the Spring Boot view technology, that is Thymeleaf. So Spring Boot MVC with CRUD operation one project. This is our Spring Boot MVC project. By clicking on add employee, I can insert employee first name, for example, Suresh Pathak, sorry, Suresh first name, middle name, Phul Chandra, last name, Pathak, age 50. Add employee. So after clicking on add employee button, as you can see in the list of employees a section, I have fetched the entire table data and displayed on the web page using Thymeleaf view technology of Spring Boot framework. You can see the first name, middle name, last name, age, and in actions column we have two buttons for update and delete. If I click on update button and if I give the age from 50 to 51 and I click on update employee button, So now the employee age is updated with new as 51, new value as 51. If I want to delete, click on the delete button and all the operations will be affected in the MySQL database also. So this is Spring Boot MVC project. Then we have Spring Boot security, authentication and authorization concept is covered by adding the dependency Spring Boot starter security, and how to create a new users in Spring security. And at the end, we have Spring Boot microservices concepts covered such as introduction to microservices architecture, difference between monolithic and microservice architecture, building and deploying a microservices. So all the topics will be covered with projects. So this completes the backend Java part, and the remaining database part is SQL. So in SQL, we have Oracle database and MySQL database. The concepts we will be covering is how to install Oracle softwares, basics of SQL, database management system, relational database management system, operators, data types, SQL commands like DDL, DML, DCL, TCL, and DQL, data filters such as distinct, between operator, in operator, like operator, not operator, logical operators, then data sorting in ascending order, descending order by clause. Then we have single row functions like string functions, number functions, mathematical functions, date time functions, aggregate functions, and window functions, group by clause, using average functions, having clause, roll up operator, cube operator. We have analytic window functions, joins, types of joins, inner equijoin, inner non-equijoin, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join, self join, Cartesian join. So all the topics will be covered both theoretically and practically. Set operators such as union, union all, intersect, minus, subqueries, types of subquery, single row subquery, multiple row subquery, and special operators like any, all used in multiple row subqueries, creating views and types of views, join views, top n analysis, complex queries, then all the different types of SQL commands like data definition language, create, alter, drop, truncate, rename, DML commands, the data manipulation language, insert, update, and delete commands, DCL, grant and revoke command, create, user command, this is a data control language. Then we have TCL commands, the transaction control language, commit, save point, rollback. And we have DQL, data query language, select command, along with projects, assignments, all the things covered. As you can see, this is our MySQL database. So here we write the queries and execute it. Okay. So this completes our entire full stack Java development course syllabus along with projects, and interview questions also will be discussed for each topics, front end, back end, and database. So thank you very much.